Hello everyone, this is Prairie Paradise Retreat. I am doing a video today on how to make tender pastry for my famous butter tarts. And this is for the benefit of my sister-in-law, Sandy. Now, I've already put in 4 cups of the 5 cups of flour that we need. I don't always sift it, but for the benefit of doing things as the recipe says. Here's my sifter, and this is the 5th of 5 cups of flour. This never fail pastry failed me many times before I learned that it wasn't in the pastry at all that I was having the problems, it was in the rolling out of the pastry. Now I need to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and I'm not really professional with that either. I have just a normal teaspoon from the kitchen. I'm on the end of my powder here. So I have 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay, I'm going to take my pastry blender and just mix that around, get it mixed throughout. Okay, now I can add my brown sugar, which is 3 tablespoons. And again, not overly professional, I just have a regular tablespoon from the kitchen, which is a soup spoon. And there's our 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. Mix that all in. It's really good if you can have brown sugar that doesn't have lumps in it. It's most beneficial. Now I need to take my 1 egg, crack it into my measuring cup. This is the garbage can. I'm going to slightly beat that, not much at all. And I need to add into my measuring cup water to go to 3/4 of a cup. And there we go, we have 3/4 of a cup. Then I have to add in my vinegar, which is 2 tablespoons. There we are. Okay, I'm just going to add that to the side. I'm not going to add that yet. What I'm going to do is take my pound of lard, which I left on my counter overnight, so it's just at room temperature soft. Put that in my flour, salt, baking powder, and brown sugar mixture. And with my pastry blender, I am just going to work that in. This is probably part of the messier part of this recipe. You seem to get flour popping all over the place. Some people can actually do this using knives or forks or whatever. I'm not very successful with that, so I just use my pastry blender. Now, of course, before you start any of this, you've got your table washed and sanitized, and your hands are washed. I have a good deal of hairspray, so my hair's not falling into anything. And of course, because my hands are clean, I'm okay doing this. And it'll end up being like little crumbs as you keep working this. once I've got this as crummy as I think I'm going to, the lard is mixed in with all my flour, I am now going to take my water, egg, and vinegar mixture, and I'm just going to pour that around in here. And again, take the pastry brush, the brush blender, mix that in. Now, one of the things I've always heard about pastry is not to over blend it. I think that's more when you're rolling it out and forming. And very shortly, I'm going to put this pastry blender to the side and use my hands to finish up and form it into a ball. This just gets all the flour to stick in with the lard. And form it into a ball. This is feeling really good. Get all my little odds and ends. Whoops. And there we go. There's our pastry ball. You can leave that right there. Now, sometimes you can chill it to make it easier to roll out. I'm thinking I may not do that today. Hands cleaned here again. Move some of this stuff out of the way and get a couple of tart shells. I actually use muffin tins, smaller tart tins. I even got smaller ones than that, but I do like little mini tarts for Christmas time, kind of bite size. We don't need any of this anymore. Get it all out of my way. Now here's where we start to have some fun. Well, I think I'm just going to take a break right now and get things a little bit more organized, and we'll be back.